Going to work. To see how much I earn in 10 minutes. House tour. While making this house, I felt a roller coaster of emotions, and I think it will be noticeable in the speed build. I like the result. I expected something worse, although it clearly lacked lighting. Kitchen. Nothing very sophisticated. Let's go upstairs. Master bedroom. Simple, but I like it. The only bathroom in this house. The most decorated thing in this house. The children's or guest room. And the balcony. I forgot to decorate it. I forgot to show the garage, which I didn't decorate either. Speed by 5. Now to build with the money I earn. I didn't have an idea in mind, so I blocked myself. At this moment, something occurred to me. Meanwhile, I have seen that many people in this type of speed build. They tell history times, and I would like to tell something. But since I don't have any good story time, so I'll tell you what I thought the house would be like. At the beginning of this house, I thought about using colors that I don't use much. In 2022, I used a lighter color palette, while I currently use several colors in my constructions. Here I started to decide the color palette. My favorite Bloxburg brick color is sand red. For walls, if you want a concrete-like finish, plaster is better. As the texture is smoother. And if you use concrete on the road, you can use plaster as a wall to differentiate it. At that time, I was doubting the size of the house. I was hesitating whether to put in a second floor, but my anxiety won. It was less decorated, but I liked it. At first, there were going to be 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, but it ended up being 1 bathroom and 2 rooms. I don't know how to make medium-sized houses. They always end up being small, or else giant houses, mansions. Although I always end up making small houses or block houses. In case you don't know, this is a block house. Although block apartments are more common, where I live they are called block. Here I had problems with putting the roof on. I was building without thinking about money, and that became the main problem later. Adjusting the roof we go. And the stupid lady decided to make a balcony. Even on a tight budget. This week I went back to school and it was exhausting. So I recorded this video from school during recess. Also, I recorded fewer videos this time because I'm addicted to cookie run. I made myself a cookie run awk. I based it on my persona as well as my Roblox app, which is based on that one. At that moment I was having a problem with the ladder ruined my moment. And well, leaving the ladder aside, and since I have no acquaintances on this account. Yes, I'm a furry and I'm afraid to say it, my person is a rabbit. I think it shows with my avatar on Roblox and other platforms. Even in my cookie run I turned him into a rabbit. Although my favorite animal is the piglets. Nothing to do with my person. I feel like I'm going around in circles because I don't know what to say. I don't have any story times to tell, but next time I could make a kind of controversy that I know. I put them while I build, so then I start investigating if I'm interested. I can bring you controversies in Spanish which you don't have much in English. Because very unrealistic things happen. They hate someone for getting divorced, since he always respected his wife and she didn't. The woman was called 3.99 and the guy cuck. I think you already understand what happened. Although the infidelity was never confirmed, people took it as truth. And 20 videos from the same creator come out talking about the same thing. And 100 other YouTubers talk about the same thing. And here I ran out of ideas to talk about again. For audience retention to put my shorts aside. If I have a problem with him. When starting to lay the floor, that meant deciding spaces. Luckily this time I had already decided on the color of the floor. The bad guy couldn't use the floor trick for money. I didn't like the floor very much because of that. I can't ask for much, that's why it's a challenge. Regarding the lighting, never use direct white, use grays, it won't be as heavy. As the floor was finished, it meant it was time to decorate. I started putting the basic furniture so that I would have them at the end. The bed I put in will be one of the worst, but it looks great in spaces like this. In the bathroom I wanted to put those showers, but since they are expensive, I did it the way they were done before. When I installed the counters, I knew they had to be cheap ones for the kitchen. My opt got the better of me. And I had to add for extras to make it look nice. For all the extra money I spent, I put in the cheapest stove and refrigerator. I didn't put more kitchen appliances because of the money and it hurt me. It was time to go to the next room and with every minute that passed I had less money. I couldn't decorate either because of money. The house definitely needed a closet to change age. At this moment it occurred to me to put a baby, and I regretted doing it afterwards. I was just about to start decorating, but then I remembered I needed lights. I put the cheapest ones and not many. When I saw that it was finished, I finally started decorating. I put some paintings in areas that looked very lonely, although I didn't put many for the money ... again. Now my favorite time to build. Decorations so that everything doesn't look empty. I can finally decorate the only thing that can save the house. I painted the bathroom walls because I had to paint them. I couldn't decide on the second color. I felt that none of them fit. So I chose anyone and started decorating the bathroom, while feeling something was missing from this. And when I put the soap, it occurred to me to make a small separation from the shower. I usually make them with basic shapes, but I couldn't this time. I realized that if I continued like this, I would run out of money just decorating the bathroom, so I put things together quickly and continued. I decided to go to the rooms because it is one of the emptiest places. I still felt like it would be empty, so I put down rugs to make it not so bland. Now to put some fun for the kids. I think you can see which is my favorite part of commenting. Since it was already decent up there, I decided to go down. I kept feeling like something was missing, so I went for rugs and some plants to decorate. I decided to decorate first and then paint to avoid spending extra money. A shared desk and a few books fill that empty space. I take advantage of seeing more cheap decorations for the rest of the house. And if I put the decorations in the bathroom. At this point, I knew it was time to paint and I had what I needed to make it look decent. But first the light switches, otherwise I wouldn't even turn on the lights. Now wait for everything to match as I paint it. I wanted to follow the dark brown theme in the wood, so I decided to paint all the wood the same. I had to change the textures of the bed since I don't like the ones they had very much. For the baby, I had to put a baby blanket on it so that it would be noticeable that it was a baby's blanket. It may be a game, but I like to think they take raw seriously. Now to paint the rugs, I like to put designs on this one because I think they look prettier. When painting below, I decided to continue with the same color theme, in addition to adjusting some things. At that moment, I just realized that I hadn't painted the stairs, so I started painting them. I took advantage of the fact that there was still money to put a table next to the sofa so that they wouldn't be so lonely. When I realized that I had money left over, I took advantage and bought them a TV. And well, this is how the house of the challenge turned out. I hope you liked it.
Sweat, 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 and I know you're getting hot. My eyes on you, boy. Let me see what you've got.